Hello. The time has finally come for the last stream of me reviewing the BMS of Fighters Neo Dystopia submissions. And I can finally get through that title without blundering in some way. Alright. We're gonna start pretty quickly here because we do have a lot of submissions to go through today. Even though this is the last one, I still can't really take it easy. I have to work hard. Alright. First of the day is going to be, this. I can't exactly read that title. But this is our first chart of the day, and it was actually ranked pretty high. When it came to user rating, set in the, I think in the high 70s, low 80s. Yeah, I actually got 88 points. So that is looking like a hard start, but we have to check it out. I'm playing the level 7. The level 10 looks doable, but I'm not too sure. Since I haven't warmed up or anything, I feel more comfortable playing the level 7. Alright, so we're starting things real good with immediately a favorite of mine. What I really like about this is, first off, in the composition, what I really like about it is the mixture between artcore and breakcore in this. It came to me about 2/3 of the way through this song. This basically reminds me of the Sundering from last year, but with artcore kind of thrown in to, you know, sprinkled on top, and that is very, very nice to listen to. Just a very neat composition that is fun to play and fun to listen to. Chart isn't half bad as well. The chart is relatively, there's not too many notes because the song has those kind of drawn out melodic passages that don't really, they're pretty low energy, so you're not going to put a ton of notes there, but the high energy moments are quite fun to play, and the chart does switch it up very often, so you're never really bored playing this. So it's just overall a very well controlled experience. It's a very fun one, a very visceral one, and one I quite like to enjoy again in the future. Okay, we're gonna move on to our next submission for this team, and the last one for this team as well. Soundbox feat.A.Dokuga. with, I think that's the kanji for white, and it's pronounced shiro, but I could be completely wrong because I don't speak Japanese very well. In fact, I don't speak Japanese at all. So, there you have it. Gonna go to level 9 here. It might be a little hard. I'm looking at that amount of notes, and I am a bit skeptical as to whether or not I can do it, but we'll try it at least. 210 BPM is pretty fast, pretty daunting, but again, gotta try it, and if it's really too impossible for me, I'll try the level 4. Wow. That's another really good one. So a few things about this. I'm gonna put this in the favorites, because once again, the level of quality is just that high that I don't think it can skip out on it. It's just very, very well done. The chart is extremely fun to play. I think that's like the biggest quality of this one, is the chart never... It seems like this chart never gets any part of the song correct. It just, everything feels proper, and it's super fun. I did have some trouble with some of the charge notes, but they are quite fun to play. I mean, I guess the only thing I nitpick at is the scratches in the beginning with the charge notes that sometimes can break your combo if your finger placement is incorrect, and you can't really know that until you've played them. So I guess there's that, but other than that, it's really just all good. Composition is also very impressive. It's more the same from last song, but it's more mellow. There's less artcore. It's more kind of not really pop, but kind of I'm not sure what the term is, but it's very mellow. I'm not the biggest fan. Well, let me put it this way. I think the song is good instrumentally without needing vocals on top. Vocals are completely fine. I just think they were maybe a little bit unneeded. I would have. I mean, I always have a bias for instrumental songs, so this is no different. But I think I would have preferred this if it had no vocals. But that's just personal preference. It's still a really solid submission in spite of that. And yes, it is going to go in the favorites. Next team is Mr. Noob. That's an interesting name for a team. Our first submission is Towards Nowhere by DayStars. So let me give that one a shot. I guess emotional was the word I was looking for in that previous one. Just felt a lot more emotional, a lot more personal. Right, that was a pretty fun piece. You know, I was surprised because I saw Hard Renaissance at the beginning, and it turns out that this submission was actually pretty mellow. It was pretty chill, even though it was still very much Renaissance. The piano is fun. There are some interesting variations in there. It's overall a pretty fun chart. It's not a showstopper. I wouldn't call it that, but it's still very serviceable and a quite nice play. Alright, and next and last for this team is Tracary Star. I'm not sure that's how you pronounce that, but that's how I'm going to do it anyway. Hooray, level 0. I probably can't play this, but I'll give it a shot. Looking at the number of notes, this looks pretty doomed, but hey, who knows? Yeah, I think we're gonna watch this in autoplay. I can't play this at all. Alright, so being unable to talk about the chart, we'll talk about the music. And I gotta say, I like the concept and some of the sections in there that are quite fun. The wobble part specifically are definitely quite fun. I feel like some of the instruments were a little bit underproduced, unfortunately. How would I put it? The lead synth in general, I feel like is a tiny bit underproduced and could use a little bit more polishing, and that wouldn't have been, you know, extra. Other than that, I quite like it. It's a fun song to listen to. It's pretty good EDM. It's got some good wobble. I like it. Alright, what the hell is this next team name? Okay, let me try and read it for you before I start. Let's see, it's a level 9. Yeah, we'll do this one. So this team's name is walabulishbyhord. Yeah, there you go. And this is our first submission for this team. I'm sure that's right. Fuqin Station. That's how I'm gonna pronounce it, right? Alright. Yeah. By JDF. Alright. Let's get it going. And no, the game's gonna crash instead. Hooray! It's been doing that a lot to me lately. Alright, we'll just start it back up. It's alright. Get over here, you. There we go. Don't need to crash like that. Come on. Interesting one. What do I say about this? This is kind of a mixed bag. It's got some really good ideas and some I didn't really care for. The composition in itself is mostly very good. I like those mix of instruments. Very unique. Sounds very... it has a lot of personality to it, and I quite like that. There's some parts that I didn't like. Some of the bass kicks I felt were a little bit obnoxious. Especially the 4 on the floor parts. I felt like... well, maybe a little bit uninspired. When it came to the chart, I think it's once again the 4 on the floor moments where it shows its ugliest side. Just the patterns get a little bit busy, which is okay for this level of difficulty. But they get very samey, even though they vary. They very quickly get repetitive, and that's a bit of a gripe I had with this one. The kind of slower and more variant sections were a lot more fun in my opinion. So, but overall, this is still a pretty solid package. Especially the composition, I thought was the highlight of this one. Next up and last for this team, we've got ChronoX by Sunrise. And that's a 5-10 spread. Hooray! I'm not gonna play the level 10. I'm not gonna beat it. There's no way. It's pretty funny how you can tell how hard a chart is going to be by just looking at the total amount of notes. This is definitely harder than a level 5, I'm sorry. This is at least a level 7. But it is really fun, and I am incredibly surprised by the music here. It's super well produced. I'm actually considering a favorite here. Obviously the low difficulty does play a little bit against it, but that's not really its fault. It's just me being bad at the game. I'm gonna go with a favorite on this one. It's just very, very high produced level of producing. Just puts it over the bar. It's very rare. It's not something you see even in my favorites. You don't often see synths and beats that well produced. I was impressed. Alright, let's move on to a new team whose first composition, or submission I should say, is Teruyuki. There it is. Ooh, a little bit of Eurobeat. I am a big fan. Get me that good stuff. HOUJIROU always hits it well for me. I feel like this is very, very much inspired by Daisuke. This is for sure a love letter to Daisuke. The song is shaped the exact same way. Some of the distinct notes in that song you find again in this one. It's a nice little love letter to it, honestly. And obviously, the video at the end is yeah, the pose at the end. I mean, yeah, come on. You can't slip that past me, come on. I love a good Daisuke reference. Alright. Next up, it's DEJAVU Sound Team xyst with, how do you pronounce this again? Cross, yeah, Cross. I don't know why I was having trouble thinking of that. And good lord, 2,000 notes on a hyper. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Crash. Okay. Please don't be legendary at difficulty, even though you have a cross in the title. And that would make me sad. It's okay, it's a level 5. If I can clear this, we've got problems. Nearly got me. What do I say? Yeah, I too like 2DX. Yeah, I noticed what this chart was doing towards the speed up is where I noticed, wait, I know these passages, I know these little snippets of song. This is all 2DX samples. The concept is really fun. The chart is a little bit odd, and I'm surprised that the hyper has so many notes. This isn't the hyper, for the record. I just checked, it has like 2,000 notes, so what the hell? So yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, obviously this has 573 notes because, again, 2DX. But yeah, did the hyper need to have that many more notes? Like, what are we doing here? And then, yeah. I know this is supposed to be like Legendaria, but come on, guys. Still, I like the nod. It's funny. All right, time for this submission from Team Glitchhop. Oh, yeah, I can't read the rest of that team name. HOUJIROU is a composer that has been in BMS for a decade at least. This guy's been here for a long time, and he's done some pretty impressive stuff in the past. So I am quite excited to play Guess What by HOUJIROU. Alright, give it to me. Come on, deliver, my man. There was a HOUJIROU song I really liked, I think back in BMS of Fighters from 2015. So that was a while back. Haven't really heard of him since, but I know he still got it. I'm hoping this one is a banger. That's how you get back into favorites. Just like that. Just like that. HOUJIROU is back in my list of favorites. How good was that, man? Oh, I love it. Such a fun piece of glitch hop. Everything falls into place from the first note. And it's just a blast to play. There's not much to say. It's just really fun. Let's check out the other submission from this team. We've got Tin Circus Core by N Driver. I'll play the level 6 here. And it's another piece of glitch hop. Let's see if it can measure up to HOUJIROU's masterpiece. Wow. Very, very creative, very unique. A lot more of an acquired taste. A lot more of an acquired taste than the first one, I think. What the hell is up with my score? 333 normal grades, 33 goods, and 3 bads. That's interesting. But yeah, this composition was also quite fun. I don't like it as much as Guess What, but it's still very, very solid. It's gonna just not quite make the favorites, but it's still a very, very solid chart, and I would love to play it again sometime. Next up, we've got a new team with our first submission there being Feel the Troll. I am scared for my life. Especially if I can't find... Okay, no, there it is. I was gonna say, especially if I can't find the chart. There it is. I'm gonna play the level 8. I'm gonna play it safe here. Artist doesn't show up, but it is composed by mkpn. Just so I have someone to blame if this is, you know, what I think it's going to be. I know I said I was scared for my life at the beginning and I was afraid this was going to be like a troll chart or something. No, this is actually just really good, and it's going into the favorites. What the hell? With a name like that and then you just do something that's just really good and not trolly at all? I mean, I'll take it, but good lord. Way to subvert the expectations there. Alright, why not? Sure, this was a fun one. Next up is Nexus by Doggie versus DJ.Doggie, and I'm not playing this. You get to check it out without a play. This would be like one of the most amazing compositions of this year, if only it was mastered better. Some of these instruments are way too loud and cover the entire track. It's really too bad, because the concept is insane. There's a lot of hardcore goodies that I love beneath this, but man, the mastering needs to be worked on a little bit more. It's such a shame. For the time being, we're going to move on to our next team, Divento serio dall'estate. I don't speak Italian, so if I butcher that, scusame. Teletroit is the name of our submission for this team. We've got a level, even a level 10 we could check out. Looks like the amount of notes isn't that daunting, so I'm fine with giving it a shot. Yep, all pride come before the fall. Yep, I kind of messed that one up at the end. And there were a lot of chords in there, and that kind of destabilized me. But this was a pretty fun chart, kind of low-key, pretty relaxing, even though I couldn't really relax since I was busy getting destroyed by chords. Yeah, pretty fun, and the charting is varied. The song is off-step enough that you can do all sorts of interesting things, so it's just a nice little package there. Quite enjoyed that one. Next team is a Mouton Say Name. There you go. With Next Journey, our first submission. And yeah, level 7 by Mr.StarOne. Damn it, I just barely missed the AAA. By 5 fucking AX points, come on. So this one is interesting because I haven't really heard a really just pure, just all chiptune track, and this is really the first one that I heard and that stood out to me. I really like this. I think I'm gonna put this in the favorites just because the variety, it ended up being so unique based on the amount of other genres that were in this year. Chiptune kind of got shafted or got paired with a bunch of other subgenres, but a pure, just raw chiptune track, I haven't really seen one yet, and it's finally good to have one. What a quality one at that. Very fun to play. The melody flows very nicely. It's just a very happy tune that I really enjoyed. Okay, next up for this team, we've got Square by Capricious Voyagers. Square 2GR, I'm sorry. I should mention that. Sure, I'll die. Yeah, let's just die. That's fun. Everybody likes dying. So this one was also fun to listen to, much in the same vein as the last one, maybe a little bit more energetic. I wasn't as big a fan of the chart though. It was a lot of chords, and a lot of colored chords that just scaled up and down for a lot of it. And while it can be a gimmick, after a while it does get a bit stale. It was still pretty fun, but I think this kind of held it back a bit. Next up, we've got Mofu Mofu Mosu. And our first chart there is Rin-Rin by Hyperpax. And this I want to give a proper go at, because Hyperpax is a composer I've been following for a bit, and I do like their stuff, even though I haven't really gotten to try much of their stuff in BMS. I've liked listening to it, and now I want to enjoy playing it as well. So let's see what this one has to offer. I am a big customer in terms of Schwanz, so I'm hoping this is definitely my jam. Yeah. Very, very good. Very, very nice. Even though I got destroyed there, it's because of the abundance of scratches. I'm just bad at those. This is really, really fun, isn't it? Yeah, definitely delivers in terms of composition. It's right in the genre I wanted. Some nice little samples here and there that I quite appreciated as well. It's just a nice composition. It is quite the jam. Pretty catchy beat too. I quite like that. In terms of the chart, there's that part with the telephone ringing, right, which obviously gives its song the namesake it has. On the one hand, I would have liked a bit more variation on the pattern. On the other hand, it is a nice, and I guess leitmotiv. I'm not sure what to call it. It's a nice, since the song brings it back a couple of times, it's good for structure to have it kind of always the same. But yeah, I think it could have been changed and it wouldn't have hurt too much. So, but overall, this is quite fun, and I'd love to play it again and try and clear it when I can get that pattern down a little bit better. Alright, next up we've got Dwarf with Subterranea. Level 10 seems scary, but I'm gonna try it anyway. I'm feeling adventurous today. Let's try to level 5 instead, yeah? This is gonna be hard. It's gonna be difficult to analyze because it is very, very unique, and it's not a genre that I am super comfortable handling because I just haven't heard that much music in such a genre. It feels very otherworldly, very ethereal, which I think was the genre of this one. So it definitely nails it in terms of atmosphere. I guess that's what I would say about it. Very atmospheric track with some very interesting little tidbits and bits of chiptune here and there. And I was like, oh, it sounded really nice. In terms of chart, so obviously I wasn't able to play the level 10. Level 5 was pretty fun. I like the idea of having the rest of the chart play itself while you're holding charge notes. That is a fun thing to me. I know a lot of players don't necessarily like it, but I do think it is fun most of the time if it's not overbearing, which the other was, but I mean, you know, that's what I get for playing level 10s. Other than that, yeah, it's just a pretty solid package, and I have to commend the amount of personality and I guess how unique this composition was. Just very, very nice. Also, I forgot to put these in the favorites. I'll do it now. Next up, we've got another team with a submission by Mayawaru, key circle. There it is. A little bit of electro pop. I am absolutely down. So this one felt kind of simple, bare bones is how I would qualify it. It's a bit underproduced. The song concept kind of goes around without exploring anything too dangerous, and it's kind of reflected in the chart because the chart actually doesn't really have much direction to go to, and just ends up doing a lot of stairs, and well, not many stairs, more ladders, and that's okay if it's like it's always a safe way in. But as the years and years go by with more submissions, I am going to hope for a little bit more creativity and a little bit more personality in those submissions. That would be my take. Next up, we've got oh god, another team I'm not going to be able to pronounce very well. DYSTOPIA? I have no idea. Anyway, here's second run. And here's me not playing it. Wow, I sure am good at the game. Look at the full combo I just got. Yeah. What do I say about this one? I really enjoyed the bass at the start. That's about all I can say. No, it was quite nice to listen to. Towards the end, I felt like it got maybe a little bit overbearing. Maybe just too many instruments stacked on top of each other. Other than that, yeah, I have no complaints. It's a pretty fun track. Next up is Team Amorphous with 2 submissions. The first one is Rin-Rin. Sure, I'll do the Hyper 2. Seems like the way to go here. Ooh, electronic footwork. Give me some of that. Potential to be really nice. And thank you for making 2 hypers, by the way. That really helps a lot. Wow. That was a bundle. Good lord. Well, it's definitely footwork. That's for sure. It was actually pretty fun. I did have some trouble at some time to really notice what the main beat was. It was kind of hard to tell sometimes. I mean, that's just a side effect of footwork. Is sometimes it's very hard to tell what the beat is. And yeah, that didn't fail here, but yeah, mostly really fun. Next up, we've got Sugar Trip by Quint. Now, Quint, a while back, did the Quintessence, which was a track I really enjoyed, and I'm hoping this is in the same vein. Let's see, 96 BPM, I want to go up pretty high for this. See if 380 will do the trick. 370 actually might just be the magic number here. As always, Quinn always manages to produce something that gets my attention. It's really quite surprising. It was like that last year. It seems like this is one of the more underrated artists around in BMS of Fighters these days. I'm really quite surprised once again. People are sleeping on this guy, in my opinion. But yeah, that was pretty fun. Some interesting melodies in this one that definitely made it seem like it was kind of faux chill. It was chill, but at the same time there were kind of depressing chords in this that were like kind of bringing the mood down. That was pretty interesting. I'll say that much. And of course, some breakdown elements as well that were fun to play. So yeah, I like this this package. It's again a lot of personality in this one. Pretty fun. We're gonna move on to our next team, whose name I can't pronounce, but I can at least tell you what the name of the song is as soon as I can get it typed in. There it is. Nani kangaiteru no. I have no idea what that means, I just know how to read it. I'll try level 9 here. 130 BPM. Go to 270 here. We've reached the last 10 submissions. I believe this is the 9th to last. After this, there are only about 8 left. That was a really short submission, but pretty whimsical. I quite liked it. Maybe some of the chords didn't need to be as packed as they were, but you know what? For such a short submission, it was a pretty fun one. I didn't mind this at all. Gonna move on to our next team, which is Voices of the World, and only one submission there again. Here it is. I'll check out the level 9, why not? Ooh, Fusion EDM. That sounds quite nice. Come on, hit me with it. Wow, that was really high quality. How high did this score? Not high enough in my opinion, because this is gonna go in the favorites. That was super impressive. The song is pretty simple, the concept at least. The singing is very good. The breakdown passages are very fun. That whole scratch section I really enjoyed. And the patterns are quite fun, even though they can be samey at times. They still are varied enough that it doesn't get stale. So, you know what? That is pretty damn good. I'm gonna give this the nod. I'm gonna move on to Sunken Memory. Here it is. I'll do level 7 here. So Sunken Memory by XC for a team that I cannot pronounce. Ugokuemo something. Ooh, that is a fun one. That's also gonna go in the favorites. How the hell is that not ranked higher? Are you kidding me? I mean, 67 points, that's not bad, but it should go a lot higher for this. That was insane. That was incredibly good production. I was stunned. I did not expect that. That was, like, insane. That is worthy of getting into groundbreaking, if I'm honest. Wow. Very nice. I want to try this again at some point and clear it for real, because I kind of choked that ending. We're gonna move on to our next team, which is Team Posations, with a Lustige Kartoffel. No idea how to pronounce that, I'll just wing it. Oh boy, that is quite fast. Well, it is speedcore after all, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Let's give it a shot. Oops, I kind of choked at the end there. So this one... Well, it actually went for something a little bit complex, which is nice for us. It's nice for it, but, I think there needs to be a breakthrough in mastering, I think, is the big part, and maybe using a bit higher quality instruments. Because some of these felt a bit bare bones. Maybe production could be improved a little bit. But you know what? Hey, it's an honest submission. It's really all I could say about it. We've got Yacht Dice next as our next team with YTZKA composing Last Era for us. Sure, I'll play level 9. Let's just hate ourselves to the max today. Gamble House. Interesting. So this is the 5th last song. There's 4 more after this, and then we are done. Hey, I actually cleared it. That was pretty tough. I'm not gonna lie. I had a hard time with this one. The song is pretty fun, although again, I seem to have a problem with the mastering. Some of these instruments are just barely even audible. I think that's where the composition is, or the what am I gonna call it? The submission hurts at its most. Is the mastering definitely could use a little bit more work, in my opinion. Other than that, yeah, it's quite fine. Next up is SDA Corporation with one submission, Wind Fantasia. Yeah. There you go. Very low levels for this one, so let's crank up the high speed and get it going. This is going to be a bit of a relaxing one. Also, that BPM is nice. Again, I have problems with the mastering. I can't really say much about the chart because this was a level 4, and the song is very, very slow, so it can't really go that much higher. But, man, that Vocaloid really, really got deep into my ears, and I couldn't hear the instrumental behind. Yeah, those mastering levels, they need to be checked out on this one, I think. Alright, 3 more. We've got Team Handsome next with The Queen and Her Oaths. Oh boy. Yeah, that's gonna be level 8 here. Alright, RBH coming at us with some symphony hardcore, The Queen and Her Oaths. Compositionally, I have nothing to complain about here. It is a quite nice piece of hardcore symphony, as, you know, as was advertised. The drop is pretty fun. In terms of the chart, it's really weird, because it's either, this is a level 8, and for most of it, it doesn't really play like 1. For most of it, it plays like a 5 or 6. And then the end kind of shows up and says, hey, I'm actually an 8. So it's really, really weird, the discrepancy in difficulty, because the chart, or the song, definitely allows for difficult charting, but it just doesn't go for it until the very end. So, I don't know. Felt a bit weird to me. Okay, 2 more charts to go. And, ooh, that's not it. Hang on. Guess who's missing a chart? Yeah, that might be me. Are you sure I don't have this? Shiji Hirano. Yeah, I guess I just don't have it. Hooray for that. Alright, let me download it real quick. We're almost done here and I'm missing a goddamn chart. What fun. Alright, let's get it real quick. And, yep, there we go. And I should be done downloading in just a second. Okay, wait, no, I have this already, I think. Well, we'll see. I'm just gonna reset the game and we'll see if it shows up. Maybe? Maybe not? Ooh. Okay, hang on. I need to see the difficulties for this. I'd like to be able to play this. Okay, level 0 to level 10. I mean, sure. Okay. Let's go back up. Let's see, have all keys all difficult. Wait. Okay, there we go. Wait, is this it? Oh, it is! Yeah, I was wondering where that one would show up, because have fun searching for that song. Apparently there's just a level 0. The only one I have, at least, or I seem to have. Yeah. Okay, hang on. Let me check some. It apparently has a level 10. But, yeah. Having to do this is certainly fun. Alright, give me a minute, guys. We're gonna find it. For everyone who's been wondering why I use the search bar all the time, this is why. That's 400 and change charts I have to sift through like this. Come on. Oh yeah. Ooh, level 9 now. Getting close. Hello, Strange Attractor. That's not the one I'm looking for, though. Wait, is this it? No, this is different. Yeah. Guessing not, so... Yeah, let's just stop wasting time and try this. 147 BPM, we'll go to 50, that's good, let's go. Yeah, try searching for this. Isn't this fun? Anyway, the real title for this is Xanadu Voice. And I completely missed the beginning, that's okay. Oh, right, those were mines, whoops. Wait, hang on. I think I'm supposed to... I wasn't expecting that long note. Let me try that again. Alright, let's go. Wait, are you serious? There was a note in there? Screw you. For doing that, come on. Oh, there was one. I saw it just then. That's so evil. on. I know what's happening here. It's... Yeah. Whoever did this definitely likes screwing around with players. And... yeah, it's more of the experimental kind of thing. And this is where I just lose all my life. No, never mind. I mean, it's not like my life was very high to start with. I mean, what do I say about this? This is obviously experimental. I mean... Yeah. Yeah. I think there's supposed to be something deeper to this. I don't speak Japanese though, so I don't get it. Sorry about that. Alright. We've got one more submission to get through. Deleted video. Yeah, that's what it's named. And there it is. Sure, try level 9 with over 1,000 notes. Let's end things off with a bang. I will try it, and I will enjoy my failure, goddammit. But man, we've finally done it. We've reached the very last submission for this year. Bad ideas, poor decisions. Let's play normal. And there you go. That is the entirety of BMS Fighters DYSTOPIA played and reviewed on stream, except for the charts that I couldn't get to work. And man, this was supposed to be drum and bass, but this is the most freeform kind of drum and bass I've ever heard. Very dissonant as well, very interesting, just definitely very unique. Not always that fun though, unfortunately. But that is going to end things off here. I wanted to review every submission from this event before the groundbreaking album released. And it does release in 2 days, so I technically met my goal. I just cut it very, very close. It was very fun. The streams were very, very sporadic because there was definitely a big time period where either I couldn't stream or I couldn't find time, or just my schedule just scattered to pieces, and it was pretty tough to get back on track, but I managed to do it somehow. And it was a very fun experience. The first time I play every single submission from a BMS Fighters event. I don't know if I'll do this again, just because it is a lot to play. But it was definitely very fun, and I was able to find a lot of songs that I really liked, and a lot of charts that I want to play again. So overall, I think it was worth it, even though it was a lot of work to get this done. I want to thank everyone who, well, first off, everyone who tuned into these streams, watched the VODs, checked out the YouTube videos. You guys... I'm glad you guys are showing an interest for BMS the same way I am. It's a project that is very dear to me, even though I'm not taking part in it. I'm just a bystander when it comes to it, but it is a project that I enjoy immensely, and I want to see it keep growing every year with more and more artists showing their work to the world. And I want to, obviously, that's the next thing I was gonna say is I want to thank all the artists, the people who did BGAs, art, music, charting, everyone who was involved in the creation of content for these events. Shout out to you. You guys are the men. You guys are the ones who make all this possible, and I am glad to be a part of this. Well, not technically a part of it, but at least to enjoy this event that you guys put together. It's always a blast, and I wish to continue enjoying BMS Fighters for many, many more years to come. Anyway, that is going to do it for me. 14 streams, but we did it. I will see you guys, I don't know when, for I don't know what, but I will see you guys. Take care.